All right. So welcome everyone who's joining in. This will be the stream will also be highlighted and on the channel, so it's preserved. But I thought I might make a stream or a video just to clarify things up regarding Shadow Haste stuff. So first things first. I am currently on a European server um, with 40 milliseconds, 30 ping, 60 FPS. 60 FPS, maybe it's important, I'll explain later on, but that's my monitor refresh rate that I'm using. And if anyone still out there is not aware what shadow of haste flagging actually is, it's basically using the shadow of haste, running towards the flag, and then canceling shadow of haste and picking up the flag. And it needs to be done in this order exactly. Like some would say this is a bug with the shadow haze or something, or shadow stepping. No, it is not. In particular, the skill it's implemented as it should be. Um, like for example, if I pick up something, um, once you shadow step, which happens at when you cancel shadow haste, you should drop the item that you're carrying, which does happen. Uh, Also, if you use any other form of shadow step towards like target or any other skill, that's shadow step. You still drop the item, so that's clearly is working. So implementation of shadow haste skill itself, it is correct. There is no bug there. Uh, the way this works, it's basically the effect of how um, the server is processing the events and what happens, like how the game state is actually updated. And also, if somebody said, yeah, you have to pick up the flag first and then cancel Shadow of Haste, no, that's not the case because, for example, what happens if we go the other way around? So if I pick up the flag first and then cancel Shadow of Haste, what will happen? The flag will move to my character, and then I get ported away. And once the Shadow of Haste ends, the flag should be dropped on there. So if I try that, that's exactly what happens. See, like the flag moved from here to here, and then it got dropped. So the Shadow of Haste, as the skill, it works exactly as intended. It's exactly as it should be. But if I do, for example, the other way around, so that I cancel first, so dash first and then pick up the flag, then this happens. Basically, what you're trying to do with this, it's catch a single processing frame on the server side, and by sending both events, let's say, to the server as well in this at the same time. Uh, so what this means is, yeah, or maybe to just show how this works, like you shadow haste, you have to make sure that you're within the picking range of the flag, and then use dash and pick up. It needs to be done in this sequence, otherwise it does not work. Like it just doesn't work. Uh, my current setup, or how I have it, is like I have my um, use skill 8 bind, it's bound to the X, and the pickup is the spacebar, or interaction is the spacebar. So I can basically do this with a thumb, and depending on which way I lean first, so If I lean more towards the space bar, it means it will pick up the flag first and then cancel. But if I lean the other way, so that I dash first and then pick up, I get ported away and the flag just comes with me. This basically comes down to how the server is processing uh, the events that some monkey behind the screen is sending to the server. That's all there is to it. Like also, for example, if you think that a ping affects this stuff, it does not. For example, I can go to the Asia district. Currently, my ping is 530. It should be around 300, 350. Maybe you'll notice that the skill activation is actually delayed by the ping, so it's not as instantaneous as on the European server. But regardless, if I do the same stuff, it's not affected by the ping. So what's basically so what's happening is that um, or maybe some theory behind it, how games or game clients are implemented. You have at least two threads. If nothing else, you have two threads. Like one is the background thread, the game processing thread, and then you have another thread that's UI thread. UI thread is everything that's being rendered to the screen, and UR thread is also the one that's basically collecting all the events, like everything that a person does within the client, like pressing keys, pressing buttons, moving mouse, and so on. That's all collected by the UI thread, and you're basically trying to catch a single or trying to compress all the events within a single uh, UI, or actually the processing frame, that they are all together sent to the server and then processed within one frame step on the server side. That's all there is to it. So what this then also means is, like, the higher your FPS, the harder it gets for you to actually achieve this. Because with like 60 FPS, you basically have a 16 millisecond window, and for example, with like 120 FPS, you have a 8 millisecond window in order to do this. But the ping itself, it does not matter. And here, for example, oh, I didn't fail, it just took a while for the flag to transfer, okay. See, it's, I mean, and then it just depends, like I said. If I lean more towards the spacebar, it will pick it up first and then cancel the shadow of haste, which means that's why initially the flag moved this little part here. And if I do it the other way around, it just brings the flag with me. Like, how this is done on the server side is like the server gets all the events that you tried to do and then checks if they're valid. So let's say like I did before, like if I would pick up the flag first, is that a valid event? Yeah, I'm close enough for the flag to be picked up. Then what happens afterwards? Okay, I use the dash, right? The dash would cancel any stance that I have. Okay, if I currently have Shadow of Haste, this stance needs to get cancelled first. And with cancelling of Shadow of Haste, there is an end effect to this skill, which is that I shadow step to my original location. Unless it's like 10,000 game units away, then I'll get smacked into a wall because the line of sight is basically doing like a straight line, just bang, and that's why you get like teleported into a wall. But if it's the other way around, for example, I pressed the dash first and then uh, pick up. Are those two events still valid on the server side? Okay. I came with the Shadow of Haste. Yeah, okay. I used the dash. Fine. That's still a valid event. Uh, it actually does the canceling of the Shadow of Haste. All right. Do I have anything in uh, picked up currently? Any bundle item? No, I currently don't. So there is no stuff to be dropped by the character. And then this event is queued to be applied to the game state. Then my other event, which is the picking up of the flag, gets evaluated. Is it okay for the server to apply this game state change? Mind, the porting back did not get applied to the game state yet, right? It was just validated if it's okay to do it. If yes, then it's good to be applied. If not, it's discarded, right? I assume that's somewhat how it would work on the server side. And then we're with the pick up the flag event. Am I close enough to the flag? Yes. Can I do it? Yes. So this also that then gets validated to true because of the sequence of the events that got received by the server. This change is applied after the canceling, and that's why when all of this is done processing, I get ported back, and I also take the flag with me, and that's all there is to it. Like how ArenaNet can fix this or would fix it, I mean, that's on them, right? They might make this an enchantment, and then you can't cancel it with the stance and so or something. But yeah, that pretty much is all there is uh, to it. So if anyone still wants to do this, like yeah, I'm quite sure that that's all. This has been existing like for like forever, basically. But yeah, I would say, at least in my opinion, as a software architect and a developer, I would say it's not a bug with the Shadow of Haste. It's just the way the uh, game engine on the server side is implemented and it's processing the events that are received uh, from the client. How they're gonna fix this, yeah, it's up to them, but that's for Arena needs to or 2 weeks to figure out. So if I again do lean more into the spacebar and pick it up, then the flag just gets teleported this tiny bit. It's just the sequence of the processing of the events. That's all there is to it. Yeah, and I guess that's it. Anything else? Not really. I mean, I am using the mechanical keyboard, although it doesn't really matter. I actually have two. I tested it on both. I was able to do it on both. One has green switches. The other one, this one, for example, has yellow switches. If anyone wants to go that far, but it actually does not matter. All right. hopefully this clears up somewhat how this is being done and what's actually happening uh, behind the yeah, behind all of it. All right, take care and goodbye.